Let's make a super easy veggie ramen with peanut sauce that's ready in about 20 minutes or less.
First up is broccoli. We need to prep it.
And to prep broccoli, I usually just remove like the leaves that I don't really want to eat. These here. All right, so how much broccoli do we have here, Derica?
20 ounces of broccoli.
Give or take. I mean, you know, a couple ounces more, a couple ounces less, doesn't hurt anything. But what I do is I just peel off those leaves and then I start chopping off the florets, kind of like that.
We're going to steam the broccoli. That's why we have our steamer out.
So cut off the florets. And then when I get down to like the last bit here, oop, one more. I just cut the end right off there and then cut them in half. I know it's super exciting stuff, right? But it's good to know how to prep your veg. That's kind of an important step. Now, something else I want to show you is, see this stem here? We eat this. But what I do is I start cutting it down the side so I can get all that skin off. Some people peel it. You can totally do that if you want to. I already have the knife in my hand, so I usually just do it with the knife. And I just try to salvage as much as possible. But it does get kind of woody on the outside, so I like to cut that off. Something like that. And then the end, get rid of that. Nobody wants to eat that. All the nasty bits of the broccoli nobody wants. And then I cut that stem into like, you know, roughly equal to the same size as the florets. And they go right in there. I'm going to take care of all this and then we'll put it on the steamer. Broccoli's all in the steamer.
But our steamer basket is going to do double duty. You have all that water that you're boiling underneath the steamer basket, so why not cook your pasta at the same time?
And they need about the same amount of time, like 5 to 7 minutes or so. So I'm just going to get out 3 bricks of ramen here. You can use more or less if you want to. 3 seems to be about right for us. And this is we get it from Costco. It's millet and brown rice ramen. Really good stuff. Works beautifully well for this dish.
Now we need to prep our mushrooms. We have roughly 8 ounces of mushrooms, which is basically the package you can buy at the grocery store.
Yep, and I don't go too crazy with the prep. I just cut off the nasty bit stem that you don't want to eat, and then I'm going to quarter the really big ones, like that. If they're small, like this guy, I'll just cut him in half. That's it. Mushrooms.
You can use dried mushrooms if you want, but they're going to have a much richer and darker flavor and texture.
Oh, yeah.
Which we actually don't particularly like in this dish. We prefer the fresh mini portobello style mushrooms because their light texture and light flavor works really well to not get in the way of our sauce.
Speaking of sauce, it's time to put that together.
To make this peanut sauce, we're not going to use peanut butter. No, we're using PB Fit because it is defatted, meaning that all the fat,
Well, most of it.
well, a large proportion of the fat is gone.
We need 4
4
tablespoons, which is also known as a quarter cup. And notice the rounded tablespoons. I like peanut butter, you know, so recipes are kind of forgiving this way. You know, you don't have to get too crazy with it.
Now, this is the original version of PB Fit. PB Fit now has a bajillion different versions
We
for
didn't like most of
reasons
them.
we don't know why.
This one's good.
This one's good. Use this one. Next up is half a tablespoon of garlic powder.
I'm just going to eyeball this because, you know, 5/8 of a tablespoon isn't going to hurt me. And I like garlic. Next.
We're going to do 2 tablespoons of soy sauce.
This I'll more or less measure because I don't really need this tablespoon anymore.
A full tablespoon of sriracha.
Or as much as you like. If you want more, have more. I'm going a little... Yeah, that looks good. Did I squirt you?
I'm not sure. I'll find out later. And of course, freshly ground black pepper to your preference. Ours is always heavy.
Yeah, a lot. There's one more thing.
And that one more thing is sesame oil. We're going to be adding a half of a tablespoon. This is really going to give a bunch of flavor to this dish. And it's basically the only oil we use.
Yeah, it's a seasoning
It's
at
a
this
seasoning.
point.
It's not really...
It does have fat and it does have calories, but it's kind of a, you know, it's flavor.
Yeah.
You know? This needs some water. So I'm going to go grab some of the water from the pot. That way we get a little starch in this. I added a few tablespoons of water. No big deal. You can add it in the pan too if you want to. I just wanted to be able to make this a sauce. And we just want to mix this until smooth. Look at that, nice and creamy. All right, our broccoli and the ramen should be just about done. So it's time to get those mushrooms in the pan. All right, so I have my wok over here on medium heat. In go the mushrooms. Should hear a little sizzle as they go in there. We just want to cook them a little bit. I tend to just keep them moving for a few minutes, maybe 3-4 minutes. By the way, our broccoli has been taken off the heat, and we also rinsed the noodles in cold water to stop the cooking process. So a really interesting thing happens after a couple of minutes with mushrooms in the pan. See that moisture? That's just the moisture coming out of the mushrooms. This is why you don't even need to cook with oil. We've really been experimenting with not using oil at all, and it's working out incredibly well. I just found that I really don't need to cook with it at all, really. See that? They're going to steam right there in their own juices, and they reabsorb those flavors back into themselves as they cook. So it's actually a great thing. But as you can see, the mushrooms are cooking down a little bit. That's exactly what we're looking for. All right, so as you can see, there's plenty of liquid in this pan still. I've turned the heat down a little bit because our mushrooms are shrinking, and that's good, but we don't want them to shrink too much. At this point, I'm going to add the broccoli back in, give everything a good mix around. So we're combining all those flavors of the mushrooms with the mushroom juices and the broccoli right now. And then the sauce. And I'm just going to dump all that right in there. I'm even going to grab a spatula so I can scrape it all out of the bowl. I want every last little bit of that sauce. And last but not least, our noodles. And then you want to toss this all together. If your sauce seems too thin, you can turn the heat up and cook it a little bit. It will actually thicken up. Like, see, that's kind of runny. I'm just going to turn that heat back up. Okay, now I'm going to turn the heat off, and time to make up a little bowl for us to sample.
All right, so to top it off, we're actually going to put a little bit of flax seeds on here. Now, you can use sesame seeds if you want, but we like the nutritional goodness that is the flaxseed. Also, we've noticed that in this instance, it is really hard to determine whether it's a flaxseed or a sesame seed. They serve the same purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea here is we wanted something that's low fat, that actually has a decent amount of protein, that still can make you feel full, but it also feels kind of fancy, even though it only took 20 minutes to make. Letting her go first.
It's going to be really hot.
Is it?
It is.
All right, well, then I'm going to go first.
Steam going. You burn yourself?
Nope.
Okay.
This is just amazingly good. The peanut sauce really does complement the broccoli well, and mushrooms just add this nice, like, earthy, robust flavor to it that really works super, super well.
Also, the little bit of crunch from the seeds on top really just gives it that extra something special.
Now, when it comes to flax seeds, the reason why we use flax seeds is because about a tablespoon of flax seeds gives you all the omega-3 fats that you need for the whole day. Being that we try to be low fat, we do make sure that we get enough of the right fats, and that's an important thing to remember. When it comes to storage on this, you can try putting it in the fridge for a little while, but honestly, the recipe doesn't make a whole lot, so I would consume it right away. Those noodles are going to get a little bit weird as they soak up more of the juices over time and not be quite as good. But it's so easy to make, you could just make more, anytime you need it. And are you done chewing?
I'm done chewing.
All right. As always, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on
The Bistro.